Welcome to the Senior Rehab Podcast,
the podcast for rehab clinicians that want to better serve older adults.
And now, your host, Dustin Jones.
Shorts. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Senior Rehab Podcast. Today's Senior Rehab Short comes from our good friend Christina Nowak from staveoff.ca. If you listen to this show, you know she has been a guest on this podcast twice. First, we talked about CrossFit and geriatrics, and then the last episode this past summer was about her new venture into her new clinic, which I think is going to mark the future of outpatient geriatric rehab. But I want to read an article that she mentioned in that last interview about elder speak. The title is, "Don't Call Me Hun, I'm Old Enough to Be Your Grandmother." Aren't they so cute? Oh my God, that older person is adorable. Hi, hun. How are you? Over the last couple of years, I've been working with a lot of older adults transitioning into the research sphere. I've been able to talk to a lot of researchers, clinicians, family members, and community members about aging. But these conversations pale in comparison to the insight that I've gleaned talking directly to older adults. I've talked about their wishes, their fears, their hopes, aspirations, and I have learned so much from these discussions. I've become a better clinician and, frankly, a better person for it. One thing that I have noticed becoming more common, especially talking to persons in my generation, is the concept of elder speak. By definition, a way of talking to older adults as if they were children or toddlers, often done by members of a younger generation. Recently, I attended the Center for Studies on Aging and Health conference. The final speaker was a journalist who recounted stories of her mother-in-law in the hospital. She journaled all of the terms that members of the healthcare team responded to her older family member, with examples were sweetheart, hun, and my personal favorite, honey bun. In my day-to-day interactions with people, I hear people talk about older adults as if they were a puppy or a baby all the time. I've even caught myself using phrases like "that is adorable" to describe interactions between older couples. It just isn't appropriate. Persons who are older than you deserve respect from you in your interactions with them and about them. They do not like being called adorable and honey, and to be honest, I dislike it too. How many times have you gone into a retail store and the girl serving you is a decade younger and calls you hun? Here's the other thing. It's bad for business. The boomer generation and older is a booming financial market. They are one of the most financially stable cohorts with disposable income to spare. Offending them with your tone of voice or choice of phrases will not lead to financial gain. I've had clients who have left stores where they were going to spend thousands of dollars because they were spoken to as if they were a child. Older adults have a wealth of knowledge, experience, and wisdom, things that we could learn from. To take all those experiences and speak with them as if they're children is just rude. It does not show the respect that a person who has raised children or influenced others, contributed to our economy for many years, and now has plenty of experience to share deserves. I cannot even place blame in one place. Even if we do not realize the impact that our words can have, would you go up to your grandmother and say, "Oh my God, you are so cute," with an intonation in your voice that you would give to a puppy video on BuzzFeed? Not likely. If you wouldn't say that to their face, you shouldn't be saying it at all. We need to start calling people out on their choice of phrases. We need to start being more conscientious of the words that we use. If we can do that, our clients, our family members, and members of our community will feel more appreciated and respected. Let this be day one and avoid using elder speak. Thanks, Christina. Hit me. I want to thank you for listening to this podcast. The show notes and much, much more can be found at seniorrehabproject.com. I want to encourage you to go there so you can join me and many others in the movement that's changing the face of geriatric rehab. Just go to seniorrehabproject.com, click join, and you'll be able to get access to our private Facebook group, which can basically serve as your virtual mastermind group. You'll get a short and sweet monthly email from me with useful links for you and your patients. And lastly, you'll get 10% off your first purchase from the Senior Rehab store. So all of this can be found at seniorrehabproject.com. And until next time, my friends, do not forget to stay funky.